Play of the game from way down.
Two, silence. Rainer getting absolutely
A team wipe.
The living bomb's going.
Oh my goodness, the ring. Bombstastic gonna find Rainer. And welcome to the stream tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We have some more NGS action, and tonight I'm joined by the Green Mist and my new friend Stoic. How you doing, friend?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm excited to be here for some good action tonight.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And apologies again to you for not being able to get the video set up. That's my fault. Blame Murda, as always. But let's talk about these teams quickly. We got Feigned Competence up against Phoenix Rising Onyx Division B West this evening. All our players are in our lobby. I'll quickly walk us through our map bans this evening. Feigned Competence won the coin toss, opted for the first pick in our first draft. So Phoenix Rising banned out Alterac Pass and Brax's Holdout. Feigned Competence, they took away Volskaya and Infernal. And if you know me, I'm very happy about that. Very sick of casting those maps. I don't know about you, Stoic.
They are certainly the most popular.
By far, by far. So game one that we don't see too often. It'll be Tomb of the Spider Queen. Let me let these players know that we're ready. I think you're ready, Stoic, right?
I'm always ready.
Oh, always ready. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah,
so new to casting. How have you been enjoying NGS so far?
it's great. You know, there was a hole in my heart in 2018, and it's been very well filled over these last 5 months. So I've had an excellent time.
Good. Yeah, we all miss HGC. I'm sure that's what you're alluding to, right?
Yes, I couldn't think of anything else to make up, but so yes, it is HGC that I do miss.
I so dearly miss it. I'm so proud of NGS and all that we put together for the community. Hopefully are able to develop some even cooler stuff in the future. Perhaps, hint hint, wink wink. And this season 9, it's been probably the best we've had in at least 4 or 5 seasons so far. So many teams, so many casted matches, and so many new faces like your own.
The Green Mist is a good face.
Tomorrow, if we cast again, I promise you we're going to have your video on here. I absolutely promise. Flex match tonight, though. Division B West, Feigned Competence, and Phoenix Rising Onyx. Welcome to the first draft. Stoic, you got any information on these players, what they might be thinking about in this draft?
Yeah, I think I'm expecting here from our blue team Feigned Competence. I'm imagining they're going to look for that Zool and Sylvanas ban here. I know that Burrito plays Zool, so I think Zool's a ban that we can definitely see.
Okay.
That's my first thought. We'll see if I'm right.
Well, certainly a good map for Zool, Tomb of the Spider Queen, able to double soak, able to help amplify those engagements with the Skeletal Prison. I would assume, certainly, we see the Zool ban, and you're 1 for 1 already, Stoic.
Ooh. Let's see. PRO likes to ban tanks. So tanks are Ana. I'm going to guess that they're going to ban Garrosh.
Garrosh ban, perhaps a Johanna too. A great map for Johanna, Tomb of the Spider Queen. I'd say her best. Some might say it's Infernal Shrines because, of course, you see that map so frequently in NGS. But I think this is a spectacular spot if you're able to draft that Johanna. Instead, yeah, you were right about the tank ban, but it's going to be Mal'Ganis.
Yeah, Mal'Ganis is mean on this map. Really scary in the rotation denial. So it's a solid ban in my mind.
1 ban left on this top half for both of our teams. Already banning out the Zool? You think a Sylvanas ban, perhaps?
Yep.
Okay.
Or Deathwing.
There's the call. We're going to see it right here. Oh, it's ETC. So trying to choke out a few tanks already. Still leaving that Johanna available, though. I think this has to actually be the Johanna ban. But then what does that mean for Phoenix Rising Onyx if they ban out yet another tank? They have to fall even further back onto something like a Garrosh, or perhaps even deeper to an Anubarak or Muradin.
Could be a main tank Blaze. That's my call. The DK Salt has won before with main tank Blaze, and that's my guess. Oh,
so maybe
interesting.
smart, taking out the Grey Mane. Strong hero, great in any situation. Not necessarily his favorite map here, but certainly one that he can excel at. But finally, we're going to see our first pick. It belongs to FC.
I imagine we see Hyperbole snap up that Johanna. be crazy to let her through. She's so strong. And this map, she's so good.
A few follows coming in. Captain Squiddy and name is Nicole. Welcome to the channel as Rainer's the first selection from Feigned Competence. I don't know if I like it, because look, exactly what I was thinking. The Johanna is such a priority pick. Instant snap for DK Salt, and Merari is going to pick up the Ana that you mentioned.
Yeah, maybe they want to go for. They won. Hyperbole's won on Taunt Varian before when they played against Feigned Competence, or when they played against, excuse me, Zombie Eradication Squad. So maybe that's what they're looking for.
There's a Gul'dan strong at wave clear, and Leoric also strong with the wave clear for the solo lane. So they're setting up all their lanes, but showing a lot of damage already. The only two picks they have left are their tank and support.
New follower
and
detected.
I typically don't recommend doing drafts like this, because now you've shown what you're bringing with your damage, and being able to counter out the other team with your tank and healer position, not always the easiest thing to do.
You're right. You know what? But it is interesting here. There's a lot of play that can happen with these last two picks, and Hyperbole told us he was thinking about something maybe a little spicy. So maybe it's they're putting on a show.
Well, I mean, can't be super spicy. We're not gonna see a Cho'Gall. They still need a support, right? So what types of heroes are left that we could be thinking about? Tank position. Yeah, they're choked pretty far. It's just that Garrosh left, and I'm kind of surprised we didn't see yet another tank ban there, because the first healer taken away is now Stukov, but there's so many options left that is Stukov really a big issue to get rid of?
Has been acquired.
Oh my god, Kobe with the 5 sub. Love you, baby. Welcome to the channel. I know you're rooting on your squad. Thank you for being here this evening.
Showing the Phoenix Rising love.
A new subscriber
Jaina Ban
has been
from
acquired.
Feigned Competence. So we're going to see how they're going to round out their draft here.
I like the Jaina band paired up with the Ana. It could be nice setups with the sleeping darts into some big damage from a Jaina.
Has been
But they find an Orphea. Maybe this is even better to pair him with the Ana. And you were right about the Blaze for Burrito. There it is. Likely going to be the solo lane, already showing the Johanna. But I do like this Blaze pick.
A new subscriber.
I was half right, as I said, possible main tank Blaze. But here we go. I'm thinking, I didn't say it before in case we had any friends in draft, but this could be something like a. I don't know. Is this going to be Tyrael Morales? Some cheese?
A new subscriber has been acquired.
And that's what I think when you hide the tank heals for the last spot.
Garrosh
No, but
Deckard.
That's
El
a spicy
Jefe.
combo, though. Yeah.
I got to play with the Deckard Kane earlier today. Had some fun as Alarak. But paired in with the Garrosh, I like it because they're going to have those flips from Garrosh into some roots from Deckard, and I think they have plenty of follow-up. Will Gul'dan be able to stack up an Echoed Corruption quest at level 1 quickly? And what direction does Raynor go? Does he think about going Exterminator on a map that requires a bunch of wave clear? Or does he just go with the ace in the hole? We're going to find out, as the final pick will be Lunara for Kurama. We got to go over to chat and see what everyone's thinking. I'm about to open up a poll for our game number 1 decision here. And I'm going to ask you who's going to win game number 1. So, Stoic, I'll ask you first. What are you thinking about these drafts?
Oh, man, it's hard for me to think about anything other than a team with Johanna for a win here. But the Garrosh-Deckard combo is so strong. And the disruption, the scariness there, the fear even that they can put into Phoenix Rising Onyx, I think I'm going to lean slightly here towards Feigned Competence.
Yeah, I see some in chat already saying that they like FC's draft, as we have a hydrate request. And Stoic, since you're here with me, if you have some water with you, we got to drink this one together for This Is Kobe.
Oh, you already know I have my 3-liter bottle. I'm going on it.
Oh, baby. Actually, I forgot. I also have some Chick-fil-A lemonade here. Maybe I'll take a sip of that, too.
Ooh, the dual wield.
Dual-wielding drinks as we load on in for game number 1. Stoic, I'll introduce his team on the left and ask you to introduce the team on the right. So first off, we got Chef Steve on the Raynor, Captain Squiddy playing Deckard Kane, Hyperbole on Garrosh, Tottencolt on the Gul'dan, and Beaver Hunter playing Leoric. Make some noise for Feigned Competence.
Battle begins in
And in the red
10
team,
seconds.
Phoenix Rising Onyx has Lunara played by Kurama, Anna played by Mayeri, Orphea played by Gingy Boy, Blaze played by Burrito, and Johanna played by DK Salt.
All heroes.
So our game 1 poll has ended, and chat currently in the corner of Feigned Competence with 60% of the vote. But hey, you know, that doesn't mean the game's over. It's just a vote pregame, just what people in chat think. But I think it's going to depend on who ends up getting these first turn-ins, who can take down structures early. I think generally gets the better of the exchange round between the Spider Queen, because it's so hard to get to those egg spawners once your outer forts are down.
Real quick engagement here as Gul'dan falls to the heavy dive. Orphea will fall in counter though, as she got a little too close to those towers.
Yeah, nice toss by her Hyperbole, saving the day, trading it out 1 for 1. But first blood will belong to Phoenix Rising Onyx, a team amongst an entire org. You gotta love PR and all the teams they bring to NGS. I'm a big fan. You know, I'm from Regen, and seeing other orgs that can bring as many teams and as much love, it's always a good thing to have at NGS. So, big fan of Phoenix Rising.
Yeah, I love the stability that these big orgs provide. Regen and PR. Excellent.
Another toss, another stun, but this time Johanna with Iron Skin able to scoot away as we're watching these teams rotate amongst these lanes. Already ahead by 8 gems are Feigned Competence.
Oh wow, I didn't even notice where those gems sort of came from, but as Gul'dan again falling low, but good save and counter kill.
Oh my, barely getting out and like on super low health. You can credit Ana for a lot of that because Gul'dan's trying to get his life back, but those anti-healing grenades have been on point so far, but unfortunately in that situation, Ana was the one to fall.
Yeah, Raynor here opting not for the Exterminator, but for the ace in the hole and getting some good value as his team's getting that CC down for him to follow up on.
We'll call it about a quarter level lead right now, but it does mean that Feigned Competence, they're going to reach level 4 first, but now at their own level 4 mark, Phoenix Rising considering some sort of engage at mid, but the rotational speed so far, it's been impressive from the Raynor, from the Gul'dan, getting up and down these lanes and kind of staying away from their opponents with the help of this Garrosh, just tossing everyone away time after time.
Yeah, Garrosh really an imposing presence here with 18 gems, but still being this lane bully as he manhandles Johanna.
I like he's just staying in both those vents right alongside the egg spawner, which does two things. One, it's scary, yeah, you can toss things, and two, you're keeping eyes on that egg spawner the entire time, so no one's sneaking gems in behind your back.
Yeah. You know, I say this all the time on stream, but a tank that is mounted is almost like 2 tanks. So much scarier, the ability to engage much faster. If you're watching this in Div D or Div E, take note of Hyperbole, making sure he's always on his little surfboard there.
Checking out down bottom, we didn't mention yet, there was a siege camp grabbed by Phoenix Rising Onyx in the bottom lane, and Beaver Hunter's Leoric, the only one here responsible for clearing it out so far. Wondering if they're going to send reinforcements or perhaps watch themselves get engaged upon at mid. Chef Steve in a lot of trouble, and that's a few gems hitting the ground. I don't think they're going to get picked up.
Oof. Yeah, this damage comes out so fast for both of these teams.
Still trying to engage. Here comes Blaze, missing on a jet propulsion that time, but now Beaver Hunter, 19 gems, and Garrosh, 100 health. You're going to get at least the Garrosh, but Leoric ends up living. No gems on Garrosh that time. He already turned him in, and lucky for him in that case.
Yeah, looks like the blue team got their camp to get a turn-in, and it worked out for him. As I expected the turn-in to go to red there with 2 deaths, but blue grabs the first web
A new subscriber has been acquired.
My gosh, Kobe dropping down another 5 subs. If you're getting these subs right now and you're in chat, make sure you thank the man, the myth, the Kobe.
A new subscriber
what a
has
stud.
been acquired.
Incredible.
So we'll
bottom
be
lane.
Yeah. Oh, you want to call this one? Go for it.
No, you got it.
I was just gonna say we see our blue web weavers on the map, and you know, not really a full advantage right now, but they are gonna try to press what they can in the bottom lane up against his Blaze. I like the Lunara, the build so far with the Nature's Calling, with the Splintered Spear. It's gonna make clearing these out so much quicker. So I think Feigned Competence, they realize that. They're going to try to push away from the Lunara as much as possible. That's Karama. He's the captain for Phoenix Rising Onyx. And, you know, it's Lunara. I like the hero. You don't get to see it every time, but she's so strong in all this season.
Yeah, really scary posturing here from Feigned Competence, but they'll not find anyone as PRO does the smart thing and rotates extremely safely here.
Kobe saying, just showing love, man. I got all the love in my heart for you as well, Kobe. One day if you're ever casting, be sure to tell me. I'm going to swing in and do some fun stuff for you too.
Red caps Weapon Weavers this time, as they'll have the Bruiser Camp pushing with it here. So a strong push and a slight level advantage as well going over to PRO. They're looking to see if they can find the structure advantage early on.
Johanna taking the toss and avoiding that groundbreaker with their Iron Skin that time, as we do see the Red Web Weaver right at midfield about to web blast through this minion wave and potentially onto this boss lane fort wall. Not a big response yet from Feigned Competence, and I am curious if they're going to try to defend the top lane or, you know, just lose your Garrosh again. Second death for Garrosh in the game as level 10s are locked in by PRO.
Yeah, that kill goes over to Burritos. Excellent stun from the side there. Really just shutting down the Garrosh the rest of the team so that Lunara can get that finishing damage.
Proper move now up to this top lane. It is the boss lane, as I mentioned. If they're able to get it down early, it typically means a big advantage later on. And nothing is going to be able to stop it from here. The poison damage from Lunara is on, and the fort is down, Stoic.
Yeah, structure advantage and heroic or level 10 talent tier advantage going over to Phoenix Rising Onyx, as they're very close to a second turn-in.
Extremely close. It's about a full level lead right now, and 4-2 in kills. They've doubled their opponents thus far to this point in the game. With enough gems on hand, they can go for an immediate double turn-in. Gingy Boy is going to hold the push. Actually going to start it up, holding on to the most gems. But Decker Kane with a big interrupt. Going to reset all those channel timers. But they're still going to try to jam him in anyway.
Yep. Leoric's thing goes down. Raider's got Hyperion out. The bunker's been dropped, but Leoric will fall. As we're seeing Gul'dan gets the fear. Rainer tossed back to safety, but the poison damage is so strong as Rainer survives. Oh, get that potion on the Garrosh! Garrosh will survive with a slight bit of shield and health, but this means the red team will get that turn-in.
Holy burritos! Did you see that bunker, Batman? Wow. Saved the day for sure. That Hyperion was right on the money, right through the entire team of Phoenix Rising Onyx. But no deaths came out, and so much damage from Lunara as well. I think PRO's looking solid so far.
Yeah, I think you're right. They're in a really commanding position here, as they have this top lane is pushed all the way to where the fort was, and this middle lane, while no minions are there, that'll actually fall pretty quickly here before heroes, so I eat my words there.
Blaze, the only hero split from the team right now for Phoenix Rising. He was down in the bottom lane trying to get that wave up onto the fort. And it is there, working on that fountain first. Web Blast should be spawning soon. There it is. Where is this going to hit? Just on the wave. It actually misses the fort, unfortunately. But let's watch the action top lane as they're approaching this key wall.
This is all 5 heroes from PRO. They're looking to get keep or at least the full wall and the well. They really want to secure this top lane advantage. It's chomping, whatever that thing's called. Eternal Feast. Not that one. Crushing Jaws, LOL, comes out. Oh! And the damage from Lunara and Orvia just chunking that Leoric once again. Johanna is in the bunker, trying to survive. It's just Iron Skin out. Taunted Blaze gets some damage.
Oh,
goes back in.
Done. Oh my god! The bunker saves the day again, and it turns into a quad kill for Phoenix Rising Onyx. Gingy Boy is gonna live for now as Leoric's respawning. He might fall again. Holy smokes, how do you stay alive through all that? You just have to credit Burrito in that bunker for the second time.
Yeah, I'm so impressed with this Burrito bunker Blaze play. I mean, perfectly timed stuns, excellent angles, knowing exactly when to re-engage. That is 2 big team fights that have gone directly in PRO's favor because of play of Blaze.
And
Very
as mentioned, when you can win that top lane, it opens up a lot of situations where this boss can be of value, and they're going to work on it right away. All 5 heroes after that Web Weaver phase, and they will be able to get it. No contest coming out from Feigned Competence.
Wow, this is a clinic on Tomb here. PRO just looking so strong as they're going to split that boss away and look to find value in other lanes.
Yeah, they're also thinking that they have to keep eyes on these egg spawners, knowing their opponents are holding on to 61 gems, only needing 55 in the bank. You see Burrito watching top, and Orphea and Lunara staying near that bottom egg spawner, making sure no one's sneaking past them at any angle. But here comes Garrosh, trying to toss around Blaze, instantly pops the new habits, and is able to walk away.
Boss looks like it's got about half the value to keep top. That'll be easily taken down if Red Team finds any more kills here in this game. Because they're looking to just continue the structure aggression.
A lot of love coming out in chat for the Burrito. You love to see it. All the NGS love going towards Phoenix Rising Onyx. I think some people were asking to change their vote after the vote was already complete. You know, you'll have an opportunity in game number 2, of course. But for now, you're stuck with the team you picked, so you better be cheering for them.
Well, I don't know about you, but Burrito's surprising us all, 1v9ing over here. Absolutely killing the game. Johanna goes in for an engage on this Gul'dan. It's slightly out of position. Garrosh is going to pop his unstoppable, but gets slapped. Gul'dan with the leading strike, and Orphea with the final killing blow there. Make quick work of a very beefy boy.
You know, only if Garrosh could toss himself over the wall, maybe he would have been able to save himself there.
I think he would be broken if Garrosh had the ability to jump. He'd be a little too scary.
The one thing playing to Feigned Competence's benefit right now is they're still holding on to the gems that they had at the start of this phase, but a bunch are on Captain Squiddy right now, their support player, Deckard Cain. It's not the easiest thing to get Deckard in position, but with the help of Leoric, they might be able to sneak it down to the bottom egg spawner, but you see in this vent right now, Lunara with the Wisp, keeping vision for PRO, as Burrito's able to walk on in with the final gems needed for their 3rd turn-in in a row.
Wow. Excellent job picking up these gems, but also the denial here is just so threatening. Red Team's looking to make a play here on this top keep.
And you know what? It's rightfully theirs right now. They're up by 2 levels. They have the 16 talent tier. Their opponents, well, yeah, they don't. So do they want to jam it in wherever they want? Might as well, and I'd love to see it be this top lane. Keeps already below 50% health.
Yeah, DK Salt leading the charge here. Burrito also on the flank. Lunara looking to get some free poke here with that splitted spear on that wave, which goes down in a heartbeat. And now, Johanna at the front, and the Webweaver's going to make short work of this top deep.
Yeah, keeping back here. They just got to get a little bit more damage out from maybe Lunara or this Webweaver. Here's the Crushing Jaws, not going to connect on the Coolman. Now an Entomb-on-2 from Feigned Competence. The bunker a moment too late this time. Double kill for FC, and I think they want more.
Yeah, Raider thrown forward by Garrosh, but not quite far enough. And with not enough lockdown, they will escape to the mid lane and might get this forward as well. As the bottom Webweaver is going to be fended off by Leoric. Hopefully just in time.
So 1 keep down, 1 fort down during the objective. Unfortunately, if you're a fan of Phoenix Rising Onyx, you basically just spent your entire wad on that turn-in, and it's going to be 104 gems currently in the hands of Feigned Competence. If they can find their own double turn-in here at this point in the game, when the Webweavers are much stronger, you can start seeing this game turn around still.
Yeah, I think you're right. It'll be on them to... Here's the first one. Now they got to survive, keep their gem advantage the way it is. And this boss will be up between these two phases. There's definitely a huge chance for a swing as Garrosh taking a ton of damage once again. Healing grenade, making sure that he stays hurt. Great focus fire from the team. Blaze stun. Leoric on his own with the Entomb, but he will fall. Deckard Cain's sleep is not enough.
Yeah, these bunkers being used every time that Entomb's coming down, but without the Garrosh right now, it's going to be very difficult. Gul'dan just able to finish that Echoed Corruption now online, especially with the level 16 talent as well. Is this a moment where, having your Garrosh down, you're still considering ways to find XP? I know, like, in most situations, no tank, back up. But right here, being down 2 levels, you have to be somewhat aggressive here.
Yeah, they do. But knowing that, Red Team is going to invade this, what was thought to be a safe space. Gul'dan taking a ton of damage, and I think that Captain Squiddy's in trouble as well. Luckily, he got rid of most of his gems, as he's going to fall all alone here in this bottom lane.
A free double kill for Phoenix Rising Onyx, as they're going to be able to clear up the remainder of those web weavers, which were mostly just used to deep push the lanes. You can see the top lane now pushed up onto the fort. The bottom lane was as well. But still all these structures standing. Not a good look for Feigned Competence. They're still behind in the game, still down by now. It's going to be 2 levels, almost 19. There it is for Phoenix Rising. And as you mentioned, Stoic, that boss is ready to spawn, and it's wide open for PRO.
You can feel from the positioning here as they walk to this boss, you can tell that they are not worried about getting invaded. Almost probably inviting Feigned Competence to try walking in there, as they showed on the wave and said, we're going to take this boss, and you're going to know it, and we're going to run this down top.
So some in chat, we got Zloth here saying Buried Alive can turn the game around if Feigned Competence can hang on to level 20. But what are your thoughts? Do they have another 2.5 levels in them?
I don't know. I think it's going to be there'll be a heroic defense necessary right here, but they're definitely in a huge power spike at level 20. Raynor gets a lot more damage. Leoric's getting that super scary Entomb upgrade. We'll see what they can do here, as the boss has made its way to the core, but red team is a little bit not super decisive here in pushing with the boss.
Just now getting their level 20s, though. Maybe they're going to engage. Here comes DK Salt, the Crushing Jaws, only landing onto Leoric. 42 gems hit the ground. Will anyone be able to pick those up? So far, no, but looks like Raynor will walk forward and grab at least about 15 or 20 of them. But that's a big pickup with Garrosh already down. That means both frontliners aren't here. Keep down. Actually, no, there's a Fortress spell on the side of Phoenix Rising as another Crushing Jaws comes out. This one on the money again. What a play by Phoenix Rising Onyx. That was Gingy Boy setting it up, and that's going to mean game number 1 in the book for PRO.
Yeah, that is some excellent play. I mean, we saw some great things come out of Feigned Competence, but Phoenix Rising Onyx just really, they came out with a plan, and they executed, and they played Tomb in a really, really strong, smart way.
Let's take a quick peek at this match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. Who's your game on MVP? I mean, is
Burrito.
It just Burrito, right? It's gotta be.
Oh my gosh. I'm hungry. Man, Burrito was doing things to my body.
I ate a burrito yesterday, but I might have one after the cast tonight again. That was really outstanding. The bunker plays was, I mean, what, this is Division B? That was Division A at least, okay?
Yeah, those were some excellent bunkers. Excellent stuns. I mean, jet propulsion was just on point every time I saw it.
Yeah, there's a big 4-man jet propulsion I saw in that top lane earlier. Easily for me the MVP, but you got to give credit to some of these other heroes as well. I thought the Lunara build, the damage and no deaths, always a good thing to have. And Gingy Boy with the 5 kills, setting up a bunch of them with those Crushing Jaws. You love to see it, baby. Here's your talent screen before we move on. Anything stick out to you, Stoic?
You know, I want to shout out the Captain Squiddy on Deckard Cain there. At the end, the game would have been instantly over if it wasn't for his excellent stale while listen. Ultimately, it just stalled the inevitable. But really, it prevented the entire team from dying to just making it only 2 losses there at the end. So while ultimately FC couldn't pull it out, saw some great play out of their players, and ultimately that Deckard Cain had really well-timed sleeps throughout the game.
Awesome. Well, we're going to be taking a very short break. I'm going to help these captains set up game number 2. If you're a viewer at home, be sure you're following the channel. If you're not, hit that follow button. If you want to be notified every time I go live, make sure your notifications are active as well. We got NGS action almost every day of the week, and I'd love to have you be a part of it nightly. So if you're enjoying yourselves, hit that follow button, and we'll see you guys in about 2 minutes. welcome back everyone to the stream. We just got done watching game number 1 between Feigned Competence and Phoenix Rising Onyx. Stoic, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I had to just get on Postmates real quick to get me a burrito because I need some of that in my life. Excellent play
Amen.
there.
I don't think anywhere is open this late for me though. Maybe Taco Bell late night?
The best time for Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, great
waiting.
games.
Yeah, great games. We were talking about it during the break. We mentioned the Johanna pick maybe being a detriment for Feigned Competence, not selecting it with their first pick.
We'll see if their draft strategy changes here. But a really strong play coming out of both sides in B West. It's just we got a series on our hands. We'll see if Feigned Competence can pull it back for game 2, or if PRO is going to continue the reign of terror as we go into Dragonshire, which both teams have won on this season.
And you don't see too many Dragonshire maps. Again, like we're playing Tomb of the Spider Queen, now Dragonshire. I don't cast these often, and whenever I do, it sure is a treat.
Yeah, Dragonshire is such a treat because it's such a complicated map. I mean, there's so many nuances into the way that you take the lanes and have to rotate, and it's unlike Braxis, which, they're both the simultaneous point control. Dragonshire is just so big. There's so much to do between those two lanes.
Here we go, loading on into draft number 2. I didn't see who the first to ban was. Okay, it's going to be the blue team here. So this is the map selection from Phoenix Rising Onyx. Will they change up that strategy at all? Do they still like banning out the Zul, the ETC, the Jaina, and that Rain of Priority? Does that change on Dragonshire?
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure. They Hyperbole let us know that he's got something planned, and we'll see what it is if we're gonna see it in this game here.
I'd like to see something new. You're down 1 game. Go for it here. Get yourselves in position to send us to a game number 3. Don't hold it back, because Phoenix Rising, they've already shown to be a competent team here up against Feigned Competence. And maybe, just maybe, it's time to pull out that unique strategy they're waiting on.
Yeah. Rexar ban, very strong on this map. Solo lane is so important to hold here. They're showing a priority on that. Also, maybe they know that Burritos played and won on Rexar before. Wanted to take those key heroes
New
away.
follower detected.
Ooh, we got a new follow coming in from HK Bear. Welcome, and thanks for hanging out this evening. We're also just 2 subscribers away. Wait, we passed it? Oh, I totally lied because those other ones didn't tick in yet. We passed our subscriber goal, Covey? Way to go, bro.
Malgana's ban again, coming out from PRO. Obviously afraid of a possible Malganis coming out of maybe Beaver Hunter or Hyperbole here. Both who've played Malganis this season.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about the Malganis bans, but I suppose if that's their scouting report, that's what the scouting report is. As our second ban for FC is going to be the Blaze this time, and that was our Game 1 MVP.
Yeah, respect ban, definitely well deserved. I should probably stop, but I'm
New
going to keep talking
follower
about Burrito all
detected.
night, baby.
Another new follow coming in. This one from Smoke Hots. Yeah, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Some Heroes of the Storm.
It says spicy burrito pick incoming. Let's see it.
Spicy
pulls out
burrito
TL
pick incoming.
If he pulls out some TLV, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Greymane banned out for the second time along with Malganis by PRO, and that's going to lead back on into FC. Will they go with that first pick Rainer for the second game in a row? I think they will, honestly.
For real?
For real. I think so.
Alright.
I don't know what else in their draft. Well, maybe this because they banned it out game 1, but I don't know what else in their draft from game 1 they're going to be like really crazy about getting back into. Did anything stand out as an outstanding performance for them on Tomb of the Spider Queen that would make sense to bring it into Dragonshire? I'm not sure. So I think we might see something completely different here from Feigned Competence.
Yeah, interesting. They Lost game 1, opted for first pick, and picked up the ETC.
Oh, no.
Man.
Not this again.
Yeah, interesting. ETC and Rain are both excellent heroes, but neither of them seem to me first pick worthy. We'll see if they got something very specific planned here for this ETC pick. Possibly it's an offlane ETC, and they're trying to keep that a secret, maybe.
Kel through freaking Zod. That might be what they were waiting to pull out. And
Possibly.
I want to say quick thank you in chat for the hydrate request from Smokehots. Keeping me hydrated with some lemonade.
KT's Token Cult has won with KTZ previously in the season, so looking to fall back on something they've crushed with before.
3 seconds left for this final ban for Phoenix Rising. Will they take out the Stukov again? They can't, so it's going to have to be Leoric this time.
Neither team showing their offlane yet, so possibly seeing an offlane ban to keep the pool options limited. Or there's quite a few assassins that they could take away. Maeri's 2-0 in Falstad, and this is a big map where a Falstad could come in handy.
Maybe a Lunara ban? It was oppressive in game 1.
That's true. Target ban on Lunara wouldn't be bad.
Or the Orphea.
Orphea was a good pick as well. Lots of that magey, bursty grumpiness coming out
I think of the two, the Orphea or the Lunara, I probably personally would have taken away the Lunara because it's another good map for her. She's able to do a much better on the Merc camps than Orphea is, and there's a lot more camps here, but oh my god, this is still available, Zool, and they're going to get Leeming paired in with it, so that Sleeps, Skeletal Prisons, and a ton of orbs right behind it from Gingy Boy.
Oof. It's going to be a spicy team fight here.
They're going to need some sturdy heroes to prevent some resets for Leeming, but it's Sylvanas first. They're going to be their sustained attack damage. And Malthael for the offlane for Beaver Hunter. We haven't necessarily seen the offlaner pick yet for Phoenix Rising Onyx. Is it going to be the Zool played by Burrito? I don't think it will be. So I'm expecting something sturdier here. Something that can challenge the Malthael. Maybe even like a Thrall would be good here for Karama to pick up. Just something that can hold the lane and not necessarily be an easy target for Malthael to chase down. Why not Lunara? That works too.
Yeah, I think Burrito will be in the offlane here. Showed his power there with the Blaze, knowing when to rotate to join the team. But this is Beaver Hunter is Malthael's his best his or her their best offlaners. We'll see what they can pull out of this here on Dragonshire in game number 2.
And I've just opened up our game number 2 poll. If you were a little upset with your vote after the first game, you have an opportunity to change your mind now. Our poll is going to be open for about 1 minute, and already votes are flying in for Phoenix Rising Onyx. You better buy while you can. These guys are up 1-0, trying to close out the set with a domination tonight. Stoic, what are your thoughts? Who's going to win Dragonshire here?
You know, I should tell people in chat, I went against my gut and I voted against Johanna, which I will never do again.
All right, let me introduce this team on the left-hand side. We got Chef Steve on the Sylvanas, Captain Squiddy playing Stukov. That's Tolkien Colt on the Kel'Thuzad, Hyperbole playing ETC, and the last hero will be Malthael, played by Beaver Hunter. Make some noise for Feigned Competence.
10 seconds.
One map here in this best of 3 series, looking to close it out, is Phoenix Rising Onyx with Karama playing Lunara again, Mayeri on the Ana, Gingy Boy playing some Leeming, DK Salt on Johanna, and our MVP of game 1, Burrito, playing Zool.
Oh, the big old MVP. What, pauses, unpauses. Hello? What? Hello? Gingy is lagging bad. I think everyone was trying to pause at the same time. They're like, pause, unpause, pause, unpause. So we're going to flip on back to the webcam scene for just a moment here and get to say hello again. 128 subscribers. You have to thank Covey. I didn't get to properly do it yet. We were in the middle of draft. Covey, thank you. I didn't even realize we passed the goal. I've been streaming all day. We were working on grabbing some subscribers earlier. But now at 128 overall, I'm just mind blown. I can't believe the support that's coming out for this channel.
Sounds like we need to make a. You need to make a give Covey kisses emote.
Oh, Covey, do you have any emotes on your server? I need to check those out if you do, because we need some Covey emotes floating around on the NGS server sometimes. Covey all over the place from time to time. You know, sometimes he disappears, but when he comes back, you're like, oh my god.
Has been acquired.
And speaking of subs, look at this.
Murder for partner.
Murder for partner. That's what I'm talking about. Like, let's make it happen, stream. You know, it's a long climb to get here, and I'm not expecting it to happen anytime soon, but we're definitely making the push. Even if it takes a year or two, we're going to be going hard trying to make sure eventually this channel gets partnered. So I'll be damned if it doesn't happen. Hopefully you guys are going to hop along and help me reach the goal eventually. Thank you for the support, though. And Stoic, thank you for joining and being a part of it all.
I was just so happy to be here. We got some great hots. Great caster. Excellent play from these teams. Hopefully Gingy gets this figured out quickly here, because I want to see some more from these two teams.
Oh, Covey dropping Coveys in chat. I didn't know you had a Covey emote. Look at that. A beautiful boy. So beautiful. I had to like lean in to like take a extra peek at it. Oh, you're handsome. I could throw down the Murdy emote. You know what? Why not? You guys don't have the Murdy emote, though. If you want to be a tier 3 sub, you can get the Murdy emote. No one's ever gotten it but me. But here it is. Oh, now that's a handsome boy. So still nothing back here from the in-game chat. Looks like Gingy was lagging, and they had a slight miscommunication on who was going to hit that pause button. That's why you saw it flash a few times there. So they only have one pause remaining. Hopefully, for their own sake, they won't need it. But yeah, that could be a dicey situation later on if they do get a true disconnect, or maybe some more lagging from Gingy Boy throughout the game. They won't be able to pause it, in which case they're going to have to play on. But it looks like we're getting the signal that they might be ready to go. I'm going to flip us back onto the in-game scene. Hyperbole saying they're ready as well. And looks like we might be underway once again with game number 2.
Yeah, if we can take a moment here to look at this minimap before we get started. Blue team's in the bottom with the Sylvanas possibly looking to get some free tower damage.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid to show, and that's why I wanted to switch to the webcam scene. I didn't know who might be watching in on
New
chat.
follower detected.
Definitely didn't want to give any sort of advantage out to either way. And there's the follow coming in from Giggle Schmack to go along with that subscription. Definitely appreciate you, my friend, and hopefully you and your brother are kicking some tail in NGS this season.
Ooh, lots of damage coming out from Johanna real fast there with that Kel'Thuzad. And Sylvanas, she'll be forced to go get her tap real early in this game. Zool looks like he'll be attempting a single, if not double soak, as he goes up to match Malthael in the top lane.
Yeah, so we are getting our first look at this solo lane matchup. They are going to utilize the Zool up there up against the Malthael. I was curious to see if maybe they wanted to use the Lunara. I think that maybe, in my opinion, is the better pick because Zool so much more effective at double soaking, but it looks like, hey, they're content with sending Burrito down to mid lane anyway, so it could just be a 4-man slam from the rest of Phoenix Rising in the bottom lane.
Yeah, maybe Burrito will be the double soaker. I mean, he's got the push, and it's working quite well for him. Malthael will struggle to keep up with that if he didn't take on a Pale Horse, which he of course did. So Malthael will be able to counter that just fine.
Alright, so a lot of double soaking perhaps from both teams, as we also see from both teams their siege camps. Another power slide going to be dodged there by Myrari as Ana maybe in a bit of trouble this time, throws out the grenade, and just enough healing provided to keep herself alive. ETC's the one who has to back away and will make it back to a bit of safety, but Stukov back towards the fountain now. Totencolt taking a big orb to the face. Can they finish off one of these and get a reset for leaving? So far, the answer is no. It's a good infestation from Stukov, shutting it all down.
I am loving the synergy here, watching ETC push people back into these Kel'Thuzad and Stukov circles. I'm excited to see what combos they can pull off here.
So let's credit up in the top lane. Malthael able to grab possession of the Sun Shrine, but Zul's going to step back on and reset the dragon in the middle as Beaver Hunter was looking to pick it up. Interrupted by a ranged minion. Might have been able to get it there.
Yeah, you hate to see it. Minions ruin everything.
This time, Kurama in big trouble. Malthael damage on, and that'll be first blood at the 2-minute 55-second mark in favor of Feigned Competence, looking to parlay that into their first Dragon Knight of the game, and really their first lead of the night. They were behind the entire time on Jupiter's Spider Queen, as we have a raid coming in from Moist Venus, a party of 24. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that heroic division match. Let us know in chat who won. And welcome to Division B West. We got Feigned Competence up against Phoenix Rising Onyx. Stoic, what has been happening over the last 10 seconds?
Blue team has now secured both top and bottom altars, and Anna just fell slightly out of position as she was looking to get some minions and be a little out of position there.
Yeah, you know, solo lane Ana, that's a thing. Now ETC looking for more along with Kel'Thuzad, but that route gonna miss. And everyone's going to be able to hop away, including Lunara, played by Kurama here. Few camps available, but they're all bruiser camps. Is anyone going to be willing to send...
Looks like it's time for a shout-out.
Extra resources down to take care of them? We got a shout-out. This is Kobe wants me to shout out Moist Venus. We can do that. Moist Venus is like my best friend. I love that guy. So, Venus, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Jinxie Cat now with the 69 Bitty Boos. What's up, Jinxie? Been enjoying you and Tetcher recently. Love to see the man, the myth, the Tetcher doing some NGS casting. That's right.
Oh, ETC slides in, gets grenaded and rooted, and will not make it out alive there. As Johanna finds the final smack on the big old cow. Immediate rotation here from Phoenix Rising Onyx to take this siege camp, which will probably be cleared quickly by Feigned Competence, but the denial is enough anyway.
Oh yeah, you're denying it, and you're going to be wanting to do that every single time. Good work by PRO. If those of you at home just now joining, you're like, hey, Murda's casting with someone? Yeah, I'm joined by my good friend Stoic here. First time we're doing a cast together. A pleasure to have him on the stream. Make sure you guys show some love to Stoic when you see him around the NGS Discord. Maybe you see him in-game. If you want to kill him and you're playing against him, that's fine. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. But it's Stoic with me this evening.
Excited to be here. Loving it. Hopefully you try and kill me and I'm a Lunara, and if I can play it like Kurama, you won't be able to come close and touch me. As Lunara, this game is still hippity-hopping around. I actually did die, but
You found the one spot out there, but a nice chain from Kel'Thuzad, maybe going to turn this around. That infestation from Stukov again, putting heroes in risky situations. It's ETC down to 36 health. Hyperbole, though, able to survive as Li Ming still looking for that first kill of the fight. I don't think it's going to happen because Johanna has to run away yet again.
Wow, I have never seen so much back and forth with no deaths yet here. But through all of that, as we were distracted, so was PRO as Malthael caps this first objective.
Sloth, is this better for you, baby? I moved the microphone nice and close to watch this double kill. Oh, no, they won't die that time. It's going to be the, what is this thing called again? I use it, Frost Blast. I was playing Kel'Thuzad earlier and used this talent. I thought it was pretty cool, but then I didn't get many kills with it, and I was sad. And unfortunately that time, Kel'Thuzad not going to pick it up, but here's a mosh pit landing on one Hyperbole in front of towers, however. And it'll be the second kill of the game for PRO.
And possibly another? With 10 health, Johanna finds the Kel'Thuzad kill with the shield glare. So ETC Kel'Thuzad dying after getting it. What looked like it could have been a very strong combo of the roots and the chains.
Looks like it's time for a shout out.
The mosh pit. And now Malthael's running for his life. Will he make it back behind his wall in time? It doesn't look like it.
Oh,
wow.
yikes.
Inches away from that goal line there of survival.
Oh, yikes. Last rights to pick up for Malfield. Didn't get to see it in that fight there because really no way to move. I mean, he was stuck in. Big damage from Leeming, and now DK Salt walking behind the Stukov. Captain Squiddy in a horrible spot. Wave of Force going to keep him steady for just a moment, but able to back up, and now here comes the rest of the team. That Frost Blast again, this time locking in 2 heroes. ETC looking to play aggressive. No Mosh Pit available for 60 seconds, but might have a Power Slide soon. Kel'Thuzad with another Rook and to help secure the kill onto Lunara. And that'll be all she wrote, but they will be able to finally take away this Bruiser Camp.
These fights are just so much back and forth, wailing on each other. Like, it looks like it's going to go one way, then the opposite. And I think credit goes to both these teams, as whenever a fight breaks out, another person is always rotating in. There are the support from both of these teams is incredible.
We did get a shout-out request in chat from El Taquito and Stoic. It's for you. Taco wants me to shout you out.
Thanks, Taco.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to have you. Thanks for being here, my friend. Bottom lane, we just saw that spike come out from Kel'Thuzad. Didn't find a target to grab, but they will be able to take down that tower and the wall. Might be 2 here with the help of Sylvanas' Black Arrows. Yes, it will be. Backside, here comes Johanna. Has that Blessed Shield just now back on, ready to go. Iron Skin gonna negate the Frost Blast that time, as Johanna might be looking to engage for Phoenix Rising.
Yeah, you know, Iron Skin, really the perfect counter to Frost Blast, getting no value there. It's not going to root the target.
Hyperbole all alone this time. 3-man mosh pit, but not enough follow-up nearby, and especially with the help of that Blessed Shield from Johanna, knowing the situation that the damage wasn't there, DK Salt definitely just saved the day, and a big turnaround now, because look at all of this domination from Gingy, boy.
Looks like it's time for a shout-out.
It's a quad kill for Phoenix Rising Onyx. Also going to be able to maintain control of both temples right now, and Johanna might be ready to hop in the DK. There goes DK Salt. Yeah, he's like, that's my name. I'm the DK.
I tried to save this realm.
Wow.
Now it burns.
Things just changed really fast there with those Leeming resets and the Lunara damage coming out. This is a different game than it was 60 seconds ago.
Another shout-out request, this one coming from Moist Venus, and going out to Arrow RG, my dear friend and cohort from Regen. Apparently Arrow did a good job co-casting. Is that a thing? Arrow's a co-caster now? Congratulations, you guys. I'm so proud of you for being amazing NGS casters. Thank you for all your support in all you do for NGS. Especially you, Arrow. The shout-out's for you, my friend.
Yeah, Dragon here looking to get value on this bottom fort, not able to find it, kicking ETC for the second time, as no structures have gone down yet. And we're still about halfway through the second objective. 10 minutes into this game 2. Lots of 2s.
Duel still hanging out up top, able to get some more XP, and almost level 16 now for Phoenix Rising Onyx, but Malfield not doing a bad job himself, able to do a lot of double soaking. It's really just the detriment of the depths in the bottom lane 4-man for Feigned Competence that has them behind these 2 levels right now.
Yeah. You know what? And I said 45 seconds ago that this game looked very different than it did 60 seconds ago, but at the end of the day, all these buildings are still up for both teams. While they are down 2 levels, Feigned Competence can come back much easier than they did last game. They could have last game. Johanna in a bush.
Yeah, well, I mean, holding the vision, that's all you need. Nice sleep from Ana, but Leeming not necessarily in the perfect spot to get any follow-up on it. They will be able to get down the fort, but here comes ETC with Mosh Pit ready to go. Can Hyperbole find anything? Doesn't look like he wants to go for it.
Ooh. Yeah, that arrow chain Mosh Pit combo could have been so strong there. Good work by PRO to dodge that. ETC doing a little bit of zoning, making sure that his team can get this siege camp uncontested, as they do.
Spike down, not going to connect that time onto Johanna. ETC still hanging out in the triangle, but now going to scoot back towards the team at mid. Maybe going to support Malfield up top, or maybe set up a bush? Is ETC trying to find... Oh, he will. There's a mosh pit onto Zool all by himself. Frost Blast going to follow, but instantly interrupted by Johanna and that Condemned. Now Zool going to whip out that Poison Nova, and look at all the damage spread coming out. Feigned Competence in a lot of trouble, and there's the first reset ready to go for Lehman. Can she make it 2? Blessed Shield comes out. Hyperbole trying to run away, as well as Kel'Thuzad towards the mid lane. It's going to be ETC falling. A double kill once again for Phoenix Rising on. Oh my god, Lehman wasn't done! It's a triple!
I wish I had little Weenus's soundboard. Triple kill!
Oh my god. Gingy Boy was like, no, Murda, we're not done here. We got one
Yeah.
more.
Absolute carnage now. 11 kills to 3 in favor of Phoenix Rising Onyx, as they are set up for a very quick cap. Gingy Boy wants to continue the reign of terror, as this Dragon Knight looks to be going down the bottom lane to get to work on this wall with the double camp pressure. This is a lot.
Oh boy. Yeah, and Kel'Thuzad's still dead for 3 seconds, so that's enough time to get this DK onto the wall before KTZ is ready to go in any sort of defensive position. It's going to be EPC, Stukov, and Sylvanas here for now, as KTZ finally going to show up. Malthio's still in that top lane, even with level
Looks like it's
16.
time for a
They
shout-out.
haven't made the rotation down as of yet. Wall down, towers down. Here goes the DK onto the keep, Stoic.
Yeah, we have that spell armor coming in clutch here, provided by that bruiser camp, as the damage from Sylvanas and from Kel'Thuzad can be lessened. Kick onto Malthio, keeping that away. The keep will almost fall here, just one tiny bit away, but Burrito is caught out of position, quickly turns around and drops that Poison Nova, getting tons of damage out there. Shield goes onto Zool, but Li Ming here, looking like she could have a field day, as Sylvanas falls, Malthio falls. Oh, and she's feeling herself. She goes in for the blink.
Oh, good sleep from Ana interrupting that mosh pit as Gingy Boy back to work with another double at the end of the play. 30 seconds until 4 heroes respawn. This might be the end of it, and I gotta say, another shout out coming in from MF CEO saying GG Phoenix Rising Onyx. You might be right. This could be the end right now.
Yeah, Gingy Boy getting great value out of both Dominance and Diamond Skin there. Looking low, but coming back with a shield. Oh, Stukov stepped out to try and help.
It's
Wants to die with the ship.
mega kill!
Certainly was. Wow, GG. Excellent game.
Unbelievable set for Phoenix Rising Onyx. Game 2 looking incredible.
Looks like it's time for a
And
shout
with
out.
a 3-level lead. And we got another shout out from El Taquito. This one for Burrito, his fallen brother. They got the job done, Taco. Stoic, what are your thoughts on game number 2, and who is your game 2 MVP? There's one answer.
You saying Gingy Boy's the answer?
It has to be. Those plays were so flashy.
Gingy Boy did have some very flashy plays. I think you're right. I think, though, if I have to give an MVP here, I think it's got to go to Ana. I think that Gingy Boy definitely deserves the award for that's why we play Li Ming. But I think Ana deserves the most valuable player, keeping her team alive in so many of these fights that very much could have gone the other way. But Ana making sure that her team is healthy to allow Li Ming to look so good at what she does.
Well, let's take a peek over at the talent screen, and I'm going to try to reach out in chat, see if we can pull
Looks
in
like it's time for a shout
or
out.
someone from Phoenix Rising Onyx. Another shout out coming out from Covey for Gingy Boy, proving that he isn't a one-trick Orphea. Amen. Maybe a two-trick Orphea Li Ming.
I think I could be wrong, and so correct me in chat if I am. I think this is Phoenix Rising Onyx's first match or series win in NGS Season 9. It didn't look like it tonight because this was a strong, coordinated, prepared team.
This is
But I
their
think
first win?
I think so.
No. Are you serious?
They have a one series win against Zombie Eradication Squad, but that's a forfeit. And every time they're 3-6 in maps, so every time they play, they win one map but lose the other two. But this domination makes it look like I must be wrong, because what we saw tonight was a team that is commanding.
Yeah, they looked outstanding tonight.
I
I do want to say, let's hop on over to Lobby 1. Let's have a little chat with Karama and hear his thoughts.
Sounds good.
Karama, my friend, congratulations. Big win tonight, your first domination of the season. How's the team feeling?
Feeling fantastic. It's very good to come out and get our first win, and also for it to be a domination just feels great.
Yeah, a lot of fans out in support today, including your big boy Covey in the house tonight. Talk a bit about the support that you're able to get from the community and how much it means to your team and pulling you together for a big win like this.
It's great. There's a lot of guys out there rooting for us with the pro community, or Phoenix Rising Esports pre-community. Also, Covey recently got us a coach, Drunk Dwarf. I like to shout out to him. He went over scrim that we had done, as well as practice, and listened in on comms and kind of gave us some pointers moving forward as far as shot calling went and just kind of the macro in the game. So being such a new team, completely revamped roster, I'm the only returning member. It was really good to kind of have that to kind of get our feet underneath us, because it's been pretty rough going. We had a lot of roster swaps in the off season, and just kind of getting things settled feels good.
Well, let's rewind a bit, talk for a moment about Tomb of the Spider Queen. You guys bringing us to some interesting maps tonight, and as I mentioned during the coin toss, I was excited to see some new stuff, and Tomb of the Spider Queen looked really good for you guys, able to get those triple turn-ins, which really helped elevate you along with those two bosses. You want to talk a bit about the map and why you chose it this evening?
So Tomb of the Spider Queen, we kind of talked about it as a team recently of like what we thought were our stronger maps, and despite losing to be on BOE a couple times, we still think that's a strong map for us. But we had kind of discussed what other maps we kind of liked, and D-Shire and Tomb kind of came up as well as maybe Volskaya and like a few of those where we can kind of control the rotations. So that was kind of the main reason behind picking Tomb of the Spider Queen tonight, was we kind of discussed it and thought, maybe we can do really well there. We've performed really well on it in Storm League, so we decided to give it a roll tonight.
And for my opinion, you're able to get with your first pick, and you did it again in game 2, but the Johanna on Tomb of the Spider Queen, how much importance is it for you? I know me personally, it's her best map, right? So when you can get her, and you can get her on her best map, it's like a double win, and you guys got her both games. How much does Johanna mean for you in that draft?
It was really meant a lot. So we were prepared for them to actually pick it. We thought they were going to take it, and the fact that they didn't, it just kind of surprised us. We were really happy to get it there. Our scout, Sailor Twift, he was with the team last season. He did put together a report for us. So we were actually target banning with Mal'Ganis and Greymane with the idea of denying Ana from them. And he kind of said, well, their tank plays pretty much everything, but Mal'Ganis is most common, so we wanted to get rid of that, and we figured full on that they would take the Joe, but we were prepared to play into it, and then when they gave it to us, it was like, Merry Christmas,
Stoic, what do you want to talk about from game number 1?
Game number 1, if I'm not mistaken, there was a little bit of role swapping that began in game 1, right? My Rary, who normally plays DPS, played the Ana, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And that continued into game 2, but I'd love to just hear about what went in. Is this role swap a permanent thing? Was it just this week because the Ana was available? I'd love to hear about that.
So this role swap is experimental, but it's more likely to be a permanent thing than anything. Mareri's preferred role is healing. It was that way when he tried out for the team. After tryouts, though, it felt like his play at the time was very aggressive, and I didn't know if we wanted to be that aggressive. It felt like we could get punished. So I was healing at the time, and I thought he was performing really well on DPS. And then after some chat with the team and how we had been doing in our previous games, we said, what's the worst that can happen if we try making the swap? Because damage is actually a more comfortable role for me as well. So just kind of switched back to our comforts rather than what we thought might work for the team based on play styles, and just rolled with our comforts, and I think it worked out well for us.
Yeah,
I would definitely agree.
Tonight, right? Stoic and I were talking about it. Like, you guys, I didn't realize you didn't have any wins the entire season until tonight, until Stoic mentioned it after the win had happened. You guys looked in top form today. Is it a factor of you guys growing as a team, or do you feel as though you just had your opponent's number tonight?
I think the target bans helped, but I think the biggest factor is just growing as a team. So prior to the season's start, we had a member leave the roster, and that was actually like in the coming days before our first match, like a day or two prior. So I only had 4 members that could actually play, and our first match was already on the schedule. So I was like freaking out, trying to find somebody, and DK was in my direct messages earlier because he had messaged about trying out when the team was still looking for players.
Sure.
And so I just kind of reached out to everyone that had DM'd me prior to about sub positions, about anything, and was like, can anybody like just join the team for this match? We need someone desperately. And DK stepped up to the plate and he was like, yeah, I'll help you guys out. I'll join the team. So we got him on the roster literally the night before our first match of the season. We had played with him for 30 minutes prior to the very first match of the season. We got 1 quick match with him. That was it. And DK also hadn't played the game in 6 months. So he's also relearning the meta as well. So definitely some growing pains there. But we're starting to look really strong. We've come a long way since the start of the season. Practices have been going well. We've had a couple good scrims. So I think we can just keep on improving as the season goes on. And by the time playoffs come around, I think we'll be a force to be reckoned with.
Well, game 2, you guys bring us into Dragonshire, another map I don't get to cast as frequently, and another map that you guys look to dominate on. You bring in the Li Ming this time in place of the Orphea, and in my opinion, my humble little caster opinion, I think the Li Ming looked even better than Gingy Boy's Orphea. What are your thoughts on the hero?
We love playing Li Ming. Gingy likes the hero a lot, but we kind of joke around about having it with the Ana versus not having it with the Ana pick. So there's a little inside joke there about how his Li Ming all of a sudden goes from bronze to Grandmaster with the Ana. So I really enjoy playing it. He's also really been enjoying playing the Orphea, so that's why we had rolled that out in game 1, is because he kind of picked that up and had been really having a lot of fun on the hero. And then obviously they banned it out in game 2, so we decided to roll with the Li Ming, and the Li Ming was strong for sure.
Stoic, what did you want to talk about for game number 2?
Game number 2 was I feel like I could see your comms happening in game 2. And for example, when you guys you got a pick onto, I think it was ETC in the mid lane, and you immediately went down to grab their siege giants. Was that a scripted thing that you say, oh, if we have this, we'll do this? Or was that just a quick call?
I think it was just a quick call. Like, I mean, we know a lot of like invade timings or how to press an advantage. So it was just like we got the pick and it was an immediate call, reactionary call to go invade.
That was just one of many examples of that game I saw. And I think that, yeah, like I said, you could see those excellent comms from you guys. And I was mentioning this to Murder in the fight. Every time a fight would start, it felt like all of Phoenix Rising Onyx just said, wait, we got to go down and help. Because like there was never a fight where the rest of your team didn't start showing up. What are comms like that get the whole team moving like that?
There's a lot of call-outs. So I played Lunara both games, and I was very aggressively scouting with Wisp, so to catch rotations, see when a person from the other team's kind of out of position. And DK coming back has taken on the role of the shot calling, so he's been very aggressive when he sees something that is a fight we can take. So comms are very active, and Burrito does really well on repositioning to where he's able to join the fight if we need him, but he's not really losing soak at the same time. So like he'll come from top down to mid, so he knows we're looking for something, and then if we get the advantageous position and DK calls it, Burrito's already there. So it's kind of like that throughout our comms regularly.
So Karama, with this win tonight, is this something you guys are thinking you're going to be able to parlay into some more wins in the future? What's up next for Phoenix Rising Onyx? What's in your path? Do you feel as though you guys are ready to move to that next level in Division B West, or do you think maybe a couple more wins like this are going to be needed until you feel really confident with this 5-man roster?
I feel really confident with the team right now. We've been improving very quickly, so I'm very optimistic moving forward. We have a couple of tough teams coming up. I think we play Arrogant and Nephilim on Monday, so 2 days from now. They're at the higher end of the ladder, I believe.
Sure.
in the division, so they're going to be definitely a tough match. We've already played Caffeinated Knights, and I think that Caffeinated and Soak Every Lane are probably the top 2 teams in the division right now. So that very first night with DK being brand new to the team, to take a game off them, game 1, felt really good. I think they kind of threw it a little bit. But it felt really good to take a game off of what I consider probably one of the top teams in the div. And we haven't been dominated yet. Tonight may have been our first win, but we've taken a map off of every team we've played so far. So we're only going to get stronger as the season goes on.
Karama, huge pogs tonight for Phoenix Rising Onyx. Big congratulations from me and Stoic. Well done. But before we let you go, I got to give you some time for some shout-outs, my friend. The floor is yours.
New followers.
Absolutely. So shout out to my team. Big shout out to DK as well for coming in after a hiatus of 6 months and joining the team and being our tank and doing shot calling and all that great stuff. Shout out to Sailor Twift, our scout. He put together a good scouting report for us tonight, so we came in prepared for drafts. Shout out to all of Phoenix Rising Esports and for all the support that we get from you. And shout out to you guys for giving us a cast and everyone viewing.
Well, once again, congratulations. Big 2-0 domination tonight. The first win of the season for Phoenix Rising Onyx. I'm going to wish you farewell and best of luck moving forward in the rest of Season 9. Thanks for the interview.
Thanks for having me.
Alrighty. Stoic, I'll be calling you right back.
Okay.
And I think we are joined again by Stoic. Stoic, you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, welcome back. A couple follows just came in. Jinxie, Cat, and Burrito 1775. Thank you for those follows. Jinxie, finally following my channel. I love it. Appreciate you. And Burrito, congratulations. You are a Game 1 MVP with that Blaze. We didn't talk about it too much during the interview, but definitely was a highlight moment of tonight's matchup. Stoic, anything else really stick out to you and something you want to re-mention before we leave this set this evening?
I mean, yeah, I think that there are teams out there, and whether they're watching or not, hopefully they do get their hands on this match, that feel like they've been in PRO's shoes before. Shoes, maybe this season, where they haven't had the wins, they've been working hard, they haven't quite seen it. But what a success story. Them having some role swaps, them working on the comms, and coming out looking like a team that can, soak with SEL or fight with Caffeinated Knights and possibly beat Arrogant Nephilim on Monday. I mean, really, really looking like a strong team in B West, even though their record hasn't shown it so far this season. So a success story, a hope story, and I hope that there's some players out there who watch this match and say, you know what, maybe our team needs to mix it up, shake it up, and find these W's going into the second half of Season 9.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely tied it all together this evening. They looked very strong from my point of view. Stoic, it was a pleasure to have you join me on tonight's cast, our first cast together. I thought it went pretty well. Hopefully everyone at home enjoyed it as well. But Stoic, before we go, you got to let these guys know where they can find you. How can they reach out to Stoic?
You can reach out to me on Discord, where I am extremely lurky and quite active. Or you can follow my Twitter at HLS Stoic, or you can follow me on Twitch at the same handle, because I occasionally do some things, but not often. But you might get lucky.
I think I had it typed wrong on there. I think I had HLA because A is right next to S and I have a fat finger. But it should correctly say HLS Stoic now for Twitter. Be sure to follow this man. What a trooper, making it through with me for what was, how long? About an hour and a half of having to deal with Murda on the other end of the mic. That's a strong feat to accomplish, Stoic.
Wasn't dealing at all. It was a blessing this evening.
Well, I had a lot of fun as well. If you guys want to follow me, I'm on Twitter at MurdaRG. Of course, here on Twitch, hit that follow button while you're here. And if you're watching in the future on YouTube before the video ends, be sure to hit that like button. And if you want to really love me, hit the subscribe button there. Trying to reach 100 YouTube subscribers. And I think we're at about 92. So if 8 more of you in chat right now want to click that link from Nightbot in chat and help me out over on YouTube, that'd be tremendous. We can get, I think, a personalized URL, which would be awesome. Can further direct people to the content here we're trying to put out for NGS and Heroes of the Storm in general. Stoic, once again, a big thank you to you. I'm looking forward to doing more casts in the future. Tomorrow night?
Definitely, I'll be there.
Oh, you guys heard it. Stoic's going to be back tomorrow night, and I'll be here as well, of course. Let's talk about what that matchup's going to be. It is the Baddest Dudes versus Cerebral Gaming, taking place at 9 p.m. Eastern, Division E. You won't want to miss it. So, without any further ado, I have to bid you adieu. It's been a pleasure hosting you. Stoic again for joining me. Until tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, I'm Murda, he's been Stoic, and we will see you in the Nexus. Bye.